Hello Stage 2 and welcome to Week 9's Wednesday writing task, Old Tom at the Beach by Lee Hobbs. Mr. Brooke asked you to read along with the story of Old Tom on Storybox Online. You should have completed all the activities set for you. I'd like you to watch this video of Lee Hobbs. You'll find the link in Google Classroom. It's only a short clip and he has a message for us in it. I hope that you pick it up very quickly. He shows you how to draw Old Tom. Have a go at drawing him too. Lee Hobbs talks about how when he writes Old Tom stories, he imagines the cat as a 7-year-old boy. This is a technique called personification. Personification is attributing human characteristics to things like love or things, nouns. For example, trees. The trees sighed and moaned in the wind. So the trees have human characteristics. They sighed and they moaned. Or animals. The hen said to the fox. So the hen is actually talking to the fox. And the idea is when we humanize non-human things, we make it easier for the reader to relate to them. It can spark the reader's imagination and it's much more relatable. Your first job. On Google Classrooms you'll find these task cards. There are 3 of them. You need to look at them. Your first job is to work out what thing is being personified, and then tell me what trait, what characteristic or action that thing is doing. I'll give you the first one. There's a picture there to help you, and the sentence says, "The sun smiled down at me." Well, we know what's being personified. The thing that's being personified to be made human is the sun. And what were its actions? The human thing that it did? Smiled. It's as simple as that. The next one, you can see a simple sentence. Well, both of them are, "The cake is calling my name and my pencil raced across the page." What's a verb? Verbs are used to describe what someone or something is doing. The first example is, "I will kick the ball to you." You can see kick is underlined. Kick is the verb. Kick is the doing word. So you need to keep that in mind for your next challenge. You need to choose a verb that goes with these 2 slides. Again, you'll find the task in Google Classroom. So you need to remember that the verb has to have a human characteristic. What's being personified? The lightning. So it's a human characteristic or trait. It has to have one. The verb helps you do that. So I thought of words like danced, the lightning danced across the sky, or ran, the lightning ran across the sky. Still a simple sentence. Or I did one, tried to challenge myself a little bit. The lightning spread its bony fingers across the sky. So spread is the doing word, the verb. I thought of quite a few verbs for the waves sentence. I kept it simple. Tickled, bowed. The waves bowed at my feet. I quite like that one. I picture myself with a crown. So there are lots of words that you can use. Choose wisely Use your vocab, challenge yourself. Your next task is to create 2 sentences. Now you can see I've added the success criteria there. Those 2 words in each task card give you what is being personified and the verb. I don't want simple sentences for this one. So the music floated. So I actually had a real go at this one. And I started with the music floated. The music floated across the room, climbed up the stairs, and wrapped itself around the lonely child who took comfort when it arrived. So I've got more than one example of personification there. I've got floated, I've got climbed, I've got wrapped, and arrived. So I don't want to see a simple sentence here. You need to challenge yourself. For the next one, I didn't start with the tyres screamed, but I used it within the sentence. As the out-of-control car raced towards the fence, the tyres screamed against the road as the driver desperately tried to bring the car to a stop. So you can see you can have quite a bit of fun with it, and I need you to be creative. Keep those brains moving along. All of these, they're not huge challenges, but they are challenges. Step up. The last one, you can see here I've got a picture. It's got 2 little borders on it. Both of them are personification sentences. The first one says, the clouds race. What's being personified? The clouds. What are they doing? They're racing, or they race across the sky. The second one is a little bit more detailed, and I like, it's got 2 different personification actions. The mountains sit and wait for the rain. What are they doing? They're sitting, they're waiting. So I'm going to give you an example of one, and then you will have the choice for your task of choosing between one of the 2 pictures that I've supplied, and you're going to make 2 banners, 2 little borders. So here is the picture I chose for myself, and I had to brainstorm nouns. So to do that, I just looked at the picture and thought, well, what are the things that I can see? I can see the sky, I can see mountains, trees, the river, rocks and grass. So I've got lots of choices. I only need to make 2 borders. So the first one I chose were the mountains to personify, and I said that the mountains stand guard over the forest below, and they do. They're looming over that area, and it is like they're being the guardians of this valley. Then the next one I chose was river. I hear echoes of the river as it hurries over the rocks, and that gives a really good visual for the person that's reading, because the water is going quickly, it's hurrying. So that was my example. So you need to brainstorm some nouns. They're all there, you just need to find the things within each photo. Then you need to match that noun with a human action. So here's picture 1. You've got mountains, you've got trees, you've got water, you've got the shoreline, you've got boats, you've got oars, you've got rocks, you've got cliffs. So lots of nouns in there. The next one, you've got balloons, you've got hills, you've got the sky, you've got the mountains, You've got the baskets underneath. So there's lots of nouns again. I can even see some houses in the background. I really want you to think, be brave, be creative, be energetic, and have fun. I look forward to reading some of your end results.